Hi again. In this video we're continuing our discussion about creating our content to promote our affiliate links to interested people who need the product or service we have decided to promote, and we have researched and decided to promote. On this page here all I have is OpenOffice Writer opened up and just a sample article based on the keyword we uncovered for what to do for heartburn, and our phrase was what to do for heartburn, and we were writing a tips articles on it. And I just wanted to go into a little more detail about the formatting of the article, and most importantly the end of the article. We already talked about the title, and that was to use the phrase that we had uncovered for each one of these articles. In this case it was what to do for heartburn, and make it a tips article, in this case 3 tips for heartburn sufferers. As you can see, we've repeated the core problem twice, heartburn. And then next we have a basic introduction. You want to rewrite these in your own words. This was just a quick sample. In the introduction we use the same phrase again one time, what to do for heartburn. You can try to do that with each one of the keyword phrases you uncover for each article you do. Quick introduction telling them what they're going to learn in this article. In this case it's 3 tips to help them take care of their heartburn, and then one article in each of the tips. Tip 1, avoid citrus. Tip 2, watch your meal size. Tip 3, avoid these beverages, and in very general terms. Now keep in mind we don't want to give away too much information in these articles because we actually want them to go over to the site that's selling the product or service we're promoting. And we do that with the very last paragraph, and I'm going to do that for you here. And in the last paragraph, depending on where you distribute it, sometimes it's called the bio box or the resource box, or sometimes it's just the last paragraph in your content. In this last paragraph, you're going to give them one more tidbit of information, and that useful bit of information is going to be recommending they visit the product or service you're promoting. So in this case here, for our final paragraph, we can call it the bonus tip. And since in the case of the heartburn product it was a holistic approach to curing heartburn, we're going to give the bonus tip is use a holistic approach. Now for many people, using, in this case they want to avoid prescription drugs, using a prescription drugs to treat heartburn can be expensive or ineffective or even dangerous. So I'm giving them a reason not to use one type of solution, and then I'm going to suggest instead you may want to consider a holistic approach to curing your heartburn. And then they're going to be like, well, how do we do that? And then you can say something like, the details of the system I recommend can be found right here. Now you've kind of made them feel a little worse about the problem, giving them some more issues to consider, and then giving the reader another solution, and that's to check out the more details on the topic. And then at the end, all you're going to do is go ahead and use that. Let's go over to Bitly. Again, to our Bitly account, and then we will copy our link, go back over to OpenOffice, and we will just put that Bitly link in right there. So bonus tip, use a holistic approach. For many people, using prescription drugs to treat heartburn can be expensive, ineffective, or even dangerous. Instead, you may want to consider a holistic approach to curing your heartburn. The details of the system I recommend can be found right here, and then we just put in the link like this, or you can use an anchor text link. I can get into the details of coding that. Instead of just putting the URL right here, you can just hyperlink the click right here line, and this will depend on where you're distributing it. Some will allow you to use HTML code, and you could type in something like can be found by clicking right here, and then around that you would just put this little code. Well, I'm just going to type this up quickly. This is nothing too serious. We'll leave the code for you in the written material that comes along the course. You just do a little bit of code like this around the words you want to highlight and have them click. And by doing that, when it's published online, it will highlight the clicking right here link and bring them to this URL, your tracking URL. We'll show you both approaches in the written material, but that's just so you know that last paragraph should be the call to action. It should be the paragraph that says we've given you a little bit of information, but there's still some more issues, or there's still some more information you need to know about this to really solve your problem, and in that case you want to click this link here and check it out. And because you've already provided them with some useful information about the topic and the problem they're having, you've built trust with them, and they're happy you've given them some information. And because of that, they're more likely then, when you say here's where you check out for even more details, to click that link and then be brought over to the promotional page for the product or service you're promoting as an affiliate. So that's the format. You keep that in mind, and you want to create your articles and your content in that manner. You can see a lot of examples of these type of articles if you want to see this in action by going to the sites where you will be posting your content on. One of the biggest places to do this is ezinearticles.com, and if you're over at ezinearticles.com, you can search on just about any topic and find articles using this exact same format. There it is right there. Sorry about the typo. And this will show you how it's done. It's better to see it in action. This will be one of the places you distribute your articles, but there are also many others, and we will be going into those in upcoming videos.